Meghan Morelli, and right now we are hundreds of feet above Grand Traverse Bay, which has officially been declared frozen over.
Mark, today's final conference hearing was expected to start around 1 this afternoon, but Montgomery did not make an appearance until around 4:30, where he then shockingly accepted a plea deal. Crews left this home behind me here, located off of Compton Court in Blair Township, just this afternoon after they had been there since 8:30 last night. And I'm told that's exactly how long it took for them to process this whole scene, and that the cleanup is far from over. Things might look a little bit quiet behind me right now, but I promise you within about 20 minutes, there are going to be about 80 adults and children here stuffing backpacks as fast and as tightly as they possibly can with everything kids could possibly want and need for their back to school this year. This nationwide multi-agency campaign is all about voter education. This is the letter. It's dated for January 6th, and I'm told it was sent out to the entire congregation just a couple of days ago. It talks about how 3 members of the church here were sexually harassed by interim priest Bride Dennison.
It might look pretty clean right now, but I'm told that just a few days ago it was one of the many areas that people were walking along and finding dead ducks.
Mark and Kristen, Ryan announced just this afternoon, right after lunch, that he would actually be testifying in his own trial. The new program has been around on a national level for several years, but with the opening of the new YMCA facility in Grand Traverse County, it was finally able to make a splash here in northern Michigan this spring. Last night, a 28-year-old woman who works at the Shell gas station just up the road from here was robbed of more than $2,000 by a suspect who apparently growled at her. This historic agreement not only gives American Eagle the opportunity to hire some already advanced aviation students, but it also allows these students to get a jump start on a career that has the potential to go far. There's hundreds of people already in the theater behind me waiting for the 7 o'clock screening to start. We've seen everything from Princess Leia's to Sis to R2-D2's, all kinds of stuff. The gang is absolutely all here. Well, good evening and happy New Year's Eve. I'm Meghan Morelli. Hoverboards are the hottest holiday gift in more ways than one. Now the popular toys are under investigation. The landlord who is facing charges for kidnapping one of his tenants is behind bars tonight. The number of women working in law enforcement in Michigan is significantly lower than that of men, but Michigan State Police is hoping to change that with a recruitment seminar for women only this Saturday. Coming up in this half hour on 7 and 4 News at 5, a major data dump concerning Hillary Clinton's email habits while she was Secretary of State. Kids Cove Playground in Traverse City is scheduled to be torn down the week of May 4th. The flooding in Missouri is the most catastrophic since the 1993 disaster, which destroyed hundreds of thousands of homes. Michigan State Police is going through one of its bigger changes in 20 years. We're going to tell you why troopers will soon be carrying a different gun. Time magazine released their latest cover on Thursday, and it highlights the ongoing water crisis in Flint. In order for the court to accept Ferguson's guilty plea, Ferguson was required to answer some questions from the judge about the details of his crimes, and that's when Ferguson became angry.
And with that penalty in mind, how do you wish to plead to these 2 charges?
Guilty.
Keith Ferguson admitted to killing his estranged wife, Tiffany Ferguson, and father-in-law, James Weber, in Kalkaska County Court on Tuesday morning. But when Judge George Mertz asked him to recall certain details of his crimes, that's when Ferguson became angry.
Okay, well, I'm not getting into any detail of what happened.
If you want to be guilty, you have to say what you did.
I'm not saying all right? Because of the respect and safety of my children, I'm not saying nothing, because they're going to see this. They don't need to hear that. Understand what I'm saying? You know, let's just make this painless and not. Give me my 100 years or whatever, and give me the out of here.
That's what I'm trying to do.
Okay, well, do it.
Ferguson continued to argue with the judge.
You understand me?
What you want.
I'm not doing this in front of these stupid cameras and these inbreds.
The judge then called for a break, and Ferguson lashed out again as he was leaving the courtroom.
All right. Don't touch me.
After the break, Ferguson seemed calmer and admitted once again to killing Tiffany and James.
And did you intend to kill him?
Go ahead.
All right. And did you think about whether or not you wanted to kill him and make a deliberate choice to do so?
Go ahead.
All right.
I'll put half a magazine in that.
The court accepted Ferguson's guilty pleas, and Ferguson requested that he get the death penalty.
You can't give me the death penalty? I'll see you all in hell.
I think that we, society, has got what we needed out of it, and I have had multiple discussions with the family, and this is what they were looking for as well.
They started the program to save dogs' lives, but what they didn't expect is that it would change the inmates' lives.
I have 44 years in prison. In the last 2 years have been the best years of my life because of this program.
Here at the Alger Correctional Facility, 21 inmates are a part of a very unique program. Here, shelter dogs without homes come to stay so that one day that can change.
So what I needed was a group of people who could be consistent, who had strength, and when I was trying to find the base of people that would be, that became a group that were incarcerated.
Since 2011, Patricia Newby and the Eva Burrell Animal Shelter have been coming here, training inmates to train dogs. The men that take part are carefully chosen and must meet certain conduct and crime criteria.
It's a need. I mean, there's so many homeless dogs out there.
The dogs who come here are considered less adoptable. Many have extra behavior challenges and have a high risk of being returned to a shelter. The graduates leave having been house trained and learned basic commands like sit, down, stay, heel, and some other fun tricks.
Let's twirl, yeah, let's twirl. All right.
The dogs are in the men's care 24/7 and can live with them for anywhere from several weeks to several months, depending on the training they need.
Some of us come in, like attitudes, like this program right here is going to teach you patience.
If you don't have patience, this program is not for you.
The Charlevoix Area Humane Society is one of 9 shelters with dogs in the program. Chowder, Mason, and Duke are their most recent graduates who are currently waiting for their forever homes.
To see an animal that I knew that maybe we wouldn't be able to rescue, but eventually had the skills and the talents to know that we'll be able to give that animal a special home.
Like there have been in the excess of 100 dogs in the 3-year period that have come through the program, and our success rate is well over 90%.
But this program does come with a few sad moments.
The day that they leave, you're sad for a few days and a lot of tears shed.
Oh, that's the worst part. You hate to see them go, but you'd be happy to see them go.
While this program is all about saving dogs, directors have realized it's also been helping another group.
It just touches my heart every time I get to work with a dog and give life rather than I'm in here for taking a life, and that's an honor to me to be able to do that.
It's a fabulous experience because I feel like even though I'm incarcerated, I get to be a positive influence on the community that I serve here.
Terrell Jones says he's even started to relate to the dogs.
So as I started to work with this dog, trying to help this dog conquer his fears, I started to notice that I had a lot of fears in myself that I hadn't dealt with. And so it went from me trying to help the dog conquer his fears to me and the dog working on conquering our fears together.
They say the dogs have also had an effect on the entire prison.
Immediately, as soon as a person sees a dog, they want to play with them. They're not so harsh and they're not so edgy. They're not so rugged. You know, it brings out the humility in the person.
What the dogs have done is start to save the inmates.
Alger was the second prison in the state to start this program, and now there are 10. And they hope their message and success spreads throughout the country.
It sounds very cliche, but there's no question in my mind it's a win-win, win-win.
Being a part of this program for the first time gave me a sense of pride of being proud of being a part of something that's actually helping someone other than myself.
Reporting live in the studio, Meghan Morelli. Reporting live in Grand Traverse County. Reporting live in Kalkaska County. Reporting live in Traverse City. Reporting out in Lake Michigan. In Grand Traverse County. In Traverse City, Michigan, I'm Meghan Morelli.